morning, students. Today I am going to continue the chapter The Parliament of India. Now in previous video I explained to you about the Parliament, that it is the legislature. The legislature is called the Parliament or the Sansad. The Union Legislature is known as the Parliament. The Parliament consists of President and the Council of Ministers, that is Raj Sabha, and the House of People, that is Lok Sabha. Raj Sabha is also known as the upper house and the Lok Sabha as the lower house. The members of both the houses are known as MPs or members of the Parliament. Then I explained to you about the need of Parliament to create and manage the law and order of our country, to reduce the chances of dictatorship, to give freedom multiple religious groups so that they can elect their representatives. Now today I will explain you about the parliament system of India. Now in Indian Parliament it comprises of two houses, that is Lok Sabha and Raj Sabha. The President of India acted as the head of Parliament. Also these two houses form the Union Legislature. Now next, Lok Sabha. What is Lok Sabha? Lok Sabha is the lower house and is the body of representation of people. It is also known as House of People because its members are directly elected by the people who are eligible to vote. In our country, the minimum age required to cast the vote in the election is 18 years old. The maximum strength of Lok Sabha can be 552 and the two seats are reserved for the Anglo-Indians. The President nominates these two seats. Lok Sabha elects one of its member as the presiding officer, and he and she is called the speaker. Lok Sabha is not a permanent body. The members of Lok Sabha are elected for 5 years. After the end of the 5 years term, the re-election again takes place. The political party who secures majority seats, 272 plus in Lok Sabha, gave the name of its leader to the President to appoint Prime Minister. Now, what is the eligibility of Lok Sabha? The minimum qualifying age for becoming the members of the Lok Sabha is 25 years. He or she must be a citizen of India. He or she must be a voter for any parliamentary constituency in India. He or she should not hold any office of profit. He or she should possess all those qualifications prescribed by the Parliament from time to time. So, what is Lok Sabha? Lok Sabha or the lower house consists of representatives directly elected by the people on the basis of universal adult franchise, even though it is called the lower house. It is more powerful because in its resides the will of the people. What is the composition? The Constitution prescribes a maximum of 552 seats for Lok Sabha. Out of these, more than people are elected by the constituencies of the states. Not more than 20 representatives are chosen from the union territories. Not more than 2 members of the Anglo-Indian community can be selected by the President. In case he is of the opinion that the community is not adequately represented, special providences are made for reservation of seats like scheduled caste and scheduled tribes. To become a member of the Lok Sabha, a person must be a citizen of India and must be at least 25 years old. He must not be bankrupt or mentally unsound and not hold any government job. Now next, Raj Sabha. Raj Sabha is the upper house and is the council of states. The members of Raj Sabha are not elected directly by the people. They are elected indirectly by the legislative assemblies of the various states. The total number of Raj Sabha is 250, out of which 238 members represent the state and union territories. In addition, the President nominates 12 members of Raj Sabha. The members of Raj Sabha are elected for a term of 6 years. It is a permanent body where 1/3 of its members retire after every 2 years. Every state is allotted a certain number of electing Raj Sabha members. States with a high population and a large area like UP have more representations than small states like Goa. Now, what is the eligibility of Raj Sabha? He or she must be citizen of India. He or she must be at least 30 years old. He or she must have their name present on the voters list. He or she cannot be proclaimed criminal. He or she should not hold any office of profit under the government of India. He or she should not be bankrupt. He or she must possess such other qualifications as prescribed in that behalf by or under any law made by Parliament. So, what is Raj Sabha? Raj Sabha is known as the upper house. The Raj Sabha represents the states and union territories. The members of Raj Sabha try to reflect the interests of the states they represent in the Parliament. When a law is being made, their opinion is needed to prevent a hasty passage to the bill. What is the composition of Raj Sabha? The maximum membership of Raj Sabha is 250. these, 12 members are nominated by the President from among the distinguished personalities in the fields of literature, science, art and social service. Actress Nargis Dutt, poet Ramdhari Singh Dinkar have served Raj Sabha as member in the past. The other 238 members represent the various states and union territories. The numbers of members from each state depends upon the population of the state. To become a member of Raj Sabha, a person must be a citizen of India and must be at least 30 years old. He must not be bankrupt or mentally unsound and must not hold any government jobs. Now you have to write question and answer in your fair copy. Distinguish between Lok Sabha and Raj Sabha. What is the eligibility of Lok Sabha and Raj Sabha?